Have you ever felt stuck? Like you're just going through the motions of life? I know I have. That's why I want to share 7 powerful things that completely transformed my life in just 1 week. Yes, you heard me right. Just 1 week. It might sound too good to be true, but these aren't the same tired tips you hear everywhere. These are real, honest steps that I added to my daily routine, and the changes I experienced were incredible. If you're looking for a way to break free and create positive change in your life, keep watching. I believe these steps can have a profound impact on you too. Whether you want to boost your productivity, improve your mental health, or just find a better way to live, these practical actions can help guide you. So, grab a cup of coffee, get comfy, and let's dive in together. And before we start, I want to hear from you. If you're ready to change your life, drop a comment below with "Change my life." Let's support each other on this journey. Now let's get started. Number 7. Waking up early. Waking up early was the first step that changed my life. Before I started this, I was not a morning person at all. I loved sleeping in and pressing the snooze button on my alarm clock over and over again. Mornings were often chaotic, and I usually felt rushed and stressed out before the day even started. I knew I needed to make a change, so I decided to try waking up early. I set my alarm for 5 a.m., which seemed crazy at first. The first few days were very hard. I remember feeling sleepy and wishing I could just stay in bed. But by the 3rd day, something amazing happened. I started to enjoy the quiet and peaceful moments in the early morning. Waking up early gave me extra time to do things I never had time for before. I started with some light stretching exercises to wake my body up. This helped me feel more alert and ready for the day. I also took some time to meditate. Meditation is when you sit quietly and focus on your breathing. It helped clear my mind and reduce my stress levels. I would spend a few minutes thinking about what I wanted to achieve that day. This little bit of planning made me feel more organized. I even had time to enjoy my breakfast without feeling rushed. I would sit at the table, eat slowly, and appreciate the food I had. One morning, I decided to watch the sunrise from my balcony. I had never done this before, and it was truly beautiful. The sky was filled with colors: pink, orange, and yellow. In that moment, I felt grateful for the day ahead. Waking up early gave me a sense of calmness that I had never experienced before. I encourage you to try waking up early, even if it is just for a week. Start by getting up just 15 minutes earlier than usual. Use that time for yourself. You could read a book, go for a walk, or even just sit quietly with a cup of tea. After a week, see how you feel. You might be surprised at how much you enjoy those early hours. Many people say that mornings are the best time to set a positive tone for the rest of the day. When you wake up early, you have the chance to take control of your time. Instead of feeling rushed, you can start your day in a more relaxed and happy way. You will have time to think about what you want to accomplish. You can create a morning routine that makes you feel good. This can include things like exercising, meditating, or even writing in a journal. The possibilities are endless. In conclusion, waking up early has been a game changer for me. It helped me become more productive and less stressed. I found that I could focus better during the day because I had already taken some time for myself in the morning. If you are someone who struggles to get out of bed, I encourage you to give this a try. You never know how much it could change your life until you do. So set that alarm a little earlier tomorrow and see what happens. You might find that waking up early is one of the best decisions you ever make. Number 6, daily exercise. The second step that transformed my life was daily exercise. Before I started exercising every day, I often made excuses not to work out. I would tell myself that I was too tired or that I didn't have enough time. One day, I decided that I needed to change this mindset. I committed to moving my body every day for just 20 minutes. I started with small exercises like walking, stretching, and some light jogging. At first, it was challenging. I remember feeling out of breath and wanting to give up. But as the days went by, I noticed something amazing. I started to feel more energetic and positive. Exercise became a part of my daily routine that I actually looked forward to. On the third day, I decided to go for a jog in the park. I felt the fresh air on my face and the sun shining down. It was liberating to be outside, surrounded by nature. I found that jogging helped clear my mind. I could think about my goals and what I wanted to achieve. Each time I finished my exercise, I felt a sense of accomplishment. I was proud of myself for sticking with it. Over time, I even started to see physical changes in my body. I felt stronger and more confident. Daily exercise is not just about losing weight or building muscle. It's about taking care of your mental health too. I noticed that when I exercised, I was less stressed and anxious. I had more energy throughout the day, which made me more productive. I was able to focus better on my tasks and complete them more efficiently. Even on days when I didn't feel like working out, I pushed myself to do at least a little bit. I would remind myself how good I felt afterward. If you're struggling to start exercising, try to find an activity you enjoy. It could be dancing, cycling, or playing a sport with friends. When you enjoy what you're doing, it won't feel like a chore. If you want to start exercising but don't know where to begin, I recommend starting with just a few minutes a day. You could set a timer, 10 or 20 minutes, and do something active. This could be as simple as walking around your neighborhood or following a workout video online. As you get used to it, you can gradually increase the time and try new activities. The key is to stay consistent. Even if you can only do a little bit, every bit counts. In conclusion, daily exercise has changed my life in so many ways. It has helped me become stronger physically and mentally. I feel more energized and ready to face the day. I encourage you to find a way to incorporate exercise into your daily routine. You will be amazed at how it can positively impact your life. So get moving and enjoy the benefits of a more active lifestyle. Number 5, journaling. Before I started journaling, I thought it was something only writers did or that it was for people with a lot of free time. But I was wrong. I decided to dedicate just 10 minutes each night to write about my day. At first, I wasn't sure what to write. As I started, I began to pour out my thoughts and feelings. I wrote about what made me happy that day, what I struggled with, and what I learned. As the days went by, I noticed that journaling helped me understand myself. I also began to write about my goals and dreams. I realized that by putting my thoughts on paper, I could see my ideas more clearly. I discovered patterns in my thinking that I hadn't noticed before. For example, I noticed that I often worried about things that were out of my control. This realization helped me to let go of those worries. Journaling became a way for me to process my feelings and gain clarity on what was important to me. I also started writing down things I was grateful for. At the end of each day, I would jot down 3 things that made me smile. This practice shifted my focus from what was wrong in my life to what was good. As I continued journaling, I found that it was a safe space where I could be honest with myself. I could express my thoughts without fear of judgment. Sometimes, when I was feeling sad or confused, writing helped me sort through my feelings. It was like talking to a friend. I also found that journaling helped me sleep better. Writing down my thoughts at night allowed me to clear my mind before bed. Instead of lying awake worrying, I could relax knowing I had written everything down. If you've never tried journaling, I encourage you to start. You don't need fancy notebooks or pens. Just grab a piece of paper and start writing. Begin by writing about your day. What did you do? How did you feel? Over time, you can explore different topics. You can write about your dreams, your goals, or things you're grateful for. The important thing is to make it a regular habit. You might choose to journal every night, or you can do it whenever you feel like it. Find a time that works for you. If you're not sure what to write, you can start with prompts. There are many journaling prompts available online that can help spark your creativity. In conclusion, journaling has been a powerful tool for me. It has allowed me to reflect on my life, understand my emotions, and celebrate my successes. I believe that anyone can benefit from journaling. It's a simple and effective way to improve your mental health and well-being. So, grab a notebook and start your journaling journey today. Number 4, mindful eating. Before I practiced mindful eating, I often ate on the go. I would rush through meals while watching TV or scrolling through my phone. I didn't really pay attention to my food, and as a result, I often felt unsatisfied. One day, I decided to try mindful eating for a week. This means paying full attention to what I was eating and enjoying every bite. I set a nice table for myself, removed distractions, and took deep breaths before each meal. This simple change made a big difference. At first, it felt strange to sit quietly and focus on my food. But as I continued, I started to notice how much I enjoyed my meals. I paid attention to the flavors, textures, and smells of my food. I realized that by eating slowly, I felt more satisfied and actually ate less. When I rushed through my meals, I often overate because I didn't give my body a chance to tell me when it was full. Mindful eating helped me develop a better relationship with food. I became aware of how different foods made me feel and learned to listen to my body's signals. I also discovered that mindful eating was not just about the food itself. It was about creating a positive eating environment. I began to appreciate my meals more and found joy in cooking. I experimented with new recipes and tried to include more healthy foods in my diet. I found that eating mindfully helped me make better food choices. I started to crave fruits and vegetables instead of junk food. It was liberating to take control of my eating habit. If you want to practice mindful eating, start with one meal a day. Sit down without distractions, take your time, and savor each bite. You might be surprised by how much you enjoy your food when you eat mindfully. In conclusion, mindful eating has changed the way I view food. It has helped me appreciate what I eat and listen to my body's needs. I encourage you to give it a try. Slow down and enjoy your meals. You may find that this simple practice can lead to healthier eating habits and a more positive relationship with food. So the next time you sit down to eat, remember to be present and enjoy every moment. Number 3, limiting screen time. This was a big challenge for me, but I knew I had to make a change. I realized that too much screen time was affecting my mental health and sleep. I would spend hours scrolling through social media or watching TV, and I often felt drained afterward. One day, I decided to set a limit of 1 hour per day for non-work screen time. At first, it was really hard. I felt like I was missing out on things. But soon, I discovered how much free time I really had. Instead of being glued to a screen, I found other activities I enjoyed. I reconnected with hobbies I had forgotten about, reading and drawing. I even took walks outside, which helped me feel more connected to nature. One day, I decided to visit a nearby park instead of staying indoors. I felt the fresh air on my face and noticed how beautiful the flowers were. I realized how much I had missed out on by spending so much time in front of a screen. Limiting my screen time also helped me sleep better. I started a bedtime routine that didn't involve screens, like reading a book or meditating. I noticed that I felt less anxious and more relaxed before bed. I also became more aware of what was happening around me. I started to notice conversations with friends and family instead of being distracted by my phone. This helped improve my relationships and made me feel more connected to the people in my life. If you feel overwhelmed by screens, I encourage you to try limiting your screen time too. You might be surprised by how much you enjoy the time you spend doing other things. In conclusion, limiting screen time has helped me live a more balanced life. I now spend less time on my phone and more time enjoying the world around me. I encourage you to give it a try. You don't have to cut out screens completely, but setting limits can lead to a happier, healthier life. So, take a break from your screens and explore what else life has to offer. Number 2, gratitude practice. Before I started this practice, I didn't realize how powerful gratitude could be. I often focused on what I didn't have instead of what I did have. One day, I decided to start a gratitude journal. Every night, I wrote down 3 things I was thankful for. At first, it was challenging to think of things, but as I continued, I discovered so many reasons to be grateful. I started to notice the little things in my life that brought me joy. Writing down my gratitude shifted my focus. Instead of feeling negative or stressed, I began to feel more positive and content. I realized that I had so many blessings, from my family and friends to simple things like a sunny day or a warm meal. This practice helped me appreciate what I had and made me feel happier overall. Over time, I noticed that I was more optimistic. I looked for the good in every situation. When something didn't go as planned, I tried to find a silver lining. This shift in mindset changed how I viewed challenges. Instead of feeling defeated, I learned to see them as opportunities for growth. If you want to practice gratitude, I encourage you to start your own gratitude journal. It doesn't have to be fancy. Just grab a notebook and start writing. Each day, take a moment to reflect on what you're thankful for. You might be surprised by how many things you can come up with. The more you practice gratitude, the easier it will become. In conclusion, practicing gratitude has transformed my outlook on life. It has taught me to appreciate the small things and focus on the positives. I encourage everyone to give it a try. You might find that practicing gratitude leads to a happier, more fulfilling life. So, start your gratitude journey today and see how it changes your perspective. Number 1, mindfulness. Before I learned about mindfulness, I often felt overwhelmed by my thoughts. I would worry about the past or stress about the future. One day, I decided to try mindfulness as a way to ground myself in the present moment. Mindfulness is about being fully aware of what is happening right now. It means paying attention to your thoughts, feelings, and surroundings without judgment. I started by taking just a few minutes each day to practice mindfulness. I would find a quiet spot, close my eyes, and focus on my breathing. At first, it was difficult to quiet my mind. I found it hard not to think about everything I had to do. But over time, I learned to let those thoughts come and go. I focused on my breath and noticed how it felt to inhale and exhale. This simple practice helped me feel more calm and centered. I discovered that mindfulness could be practiced anywhere. Whether I was eating, walking, even doing chores, I could bring mindfulness into my everyday life. I started to appreciate the little moments like the taste of my food or the feeling of the sun on my skin. Practicing mindfulness also helped me manage my stress and anxiety. When I felt overwhelmed, I would take a few deep breaths and remind myself to stay present. This helped me regain control over my thoughts and emotions. I realized that I didn't have to let my worries consume me. Instead, I could choose to focus on what was happening right now. If you're new to mindfulness, I encourage you to give it a try. Start with just a few minutes a day and find a quiet space to practice. Close your eyes and focus on your breathing. You might be surprised by how much peace it brings into your life. Mindfulness has been a powerful tool for me. It has helped me feel more grounded, calm, and aware of the present moment. I believe that everyone can benefit from practicing mindfulness. It's a simple yet effective way to improve your mental well-being. So, take a moment today to be mindful and enjoy the beauty of the present moment. I truly believe that if these steps can work for me, they can work for anyone. If you've been inspired, try one step and see how it feels. Remember, it's not about being perfect. It's about making small changes that lead to big results over time. I'd love to hear your experiences, so please comment below about which step you want to try. Your feedback makes our community amazing. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you won't miss future content. Thank you for watching, and remember, small changes lead to big results.